Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. I just wanted to let everybody know that today on my live Q&A at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, today is March the 23rd and Monday, I will not be doing the Q&A. I'm going to take all the questions from this week and the questions from today and even during the show, if they don't pertain to the show, and I'm going to actually answer them all and then put this up on Facebook and on YouTube. Today's show is going to be how to love, honor, respect, and protect your body through this coronavirus situation. Understand something. I want everybody to get this. This is going to be really important, okay? The virus is not so bad. Understand something. And I need you to get this. Nobody's going to want to say this. We are. Now, why are we so bad? I'm going to tell you why. Here's the deal. 80% of the population is pre-diabetic. Did you get that? 80% of the population is pre-diabetic. All right. For every 10 years that someone's been alive, a large percentage of the population is on prescription drugs. Okay. All right. Now, out of all the generations, I bet, that have been alive, nobody consumes as much chemicals, additives, pesticides. What about the GMOs that you're eating? Okay. What about the alcohol you're drinking? What about you're still smoking? What about your kids are vaping? What about you're still toking every day? What about you've never learned how to master your emotions? Okay. What about your gut is hanging down and out? Okay. All right. And guess what? You think it's normal because most of the population, their gut is sticking out. Well, guess what? That's your immune system. Now, do you know why this? And I am not doing this because I am not angry. I am not mad. I don't know what I am anymore. But I'm going to tell you something. 95% of the population doesn't have an immune system. And that's why this virus is going to not stop. If we were actually healthy, this virus would not even touch us. We have broken all the rules in nature. Let me tell you something. The corruption from the medical system, the corruption from food corporations and big pharma, okay? I don't want to get into the whole corruption thing, but it has corrupted our minds, has corrupted our bodies. And whether you want to believe this or not, guess what? You're going to need to protect yourself. You're going to need to make sure that when people come into your home, okay? All right, that they are following the rules. And even though these rules you're going to be great for protecting you because you only have one protection. What did Louis Pasteur say? The bug is nothing. The terrain is everything. And your inner terrain sucks. That's right. Not you, maybe not you, but guess what? 95% of the population out here is in jeopardy. I am not going to allow anybody to come into my house that is an alcoholic and keep drinking. I'm not going to allow my family to eat sugar and eat to refined carbs. I'm not going to allow them to do vaping. I'm not going to allow them to do toking every day. I'm definitely not going to allow them to go to parties and hang around with other people that are disrespecting themselves. This is the deal. Your life is all going to be dependent on your immune system. And remember something. Your day is going to be dependent on the way that you process your thoughts. Are you connected to your breath? Okay. Do you have faith in your healing? Do you have faith in a greater power? But here's the rules. I don't care if you tell me that you are a Christian, a Muslim, you're Jewish, you follow all the rules. What you put into your mouth and you put into your mind is either going to create a landmine, okay, or it's going to save you. Listen, I'm going to tell you something right now. This, and I mean this in the lightest way. I mean, I didn't even want to believe this, but it really is true. This is like a reckoning. I guarantee you that things are never going to be the same again after this, okay? You know what? It was like, you know how when your mom says to you, Johnny, don't do that. You're going to get yourself in trouble. And then you go and you do it again. Johnny, I warned you, you're going to hurt yourself. And then Johnny does it again, and Johnny's now in the hospital. Well, guess what? Okay? We're in critical care right now. The planet's in critical care. Because guess what? If we were to take this virus and to go back even 50 years, all right, we would not have these problems. But guess what? Supersize me, will you? Supersize me, will you? I mean, how many times, look at, I can't go to yoga without a whole bunch of women, no offense to women, talking at the doorway so often about the latest wine that came out. Understand something. We are so toxic. This is our temple, and we have messed it right up. You know what? I want you to think of one person in your family that does not have a condition, doesn't have constipation or diarrhea, doesn't have liver disease, doesn't have diabetes, doesn't have heart disease, doesn't have high blood pressure, doesn't have constant migraines, doesn't have acne. Now you're going to go, well, Daryl, that's really natural. Yeah, that's natural in an unnatural world. I mean, you actually think that your family's healthy if they're not in the hospital or dead. That's the only one left. You actually think that when you have arthritis, you're healthy. You actually think, okay, that that dis-ease is natural today. Well, guess what? This is why we're in trouble, and this is why this virus is going to take down so many people. You have no idea. And you know what? We can prepare. Oh, yes, we can. Are you ready to take massive personal action? Today at 3 o'clock, I'm going to come on and I'm going to spend the rest of the day here trying to organize my thoughts, okay? This is not about scaring you. This is about preparing you. This is about you loving and honoring, respecting yourself for the first time in your whole life, and you've never done it because you've never known how to do it, because you went to school. And soon as you start to walk and talk, your parents are adulterated. You go to a school. They don't teach you anything about love at school. They don't teach you anything about how to eat at school. They don't teach you about anything about morality at school or being nice to yourself or loving yourself. And then guess what? You go out into the world and all these people are adulterated that you hang around with. So understand, I'm not upset. And I love you all so much, but if you don't love yourself and take massive personal action, and if you think, okay, that washing your hands, I'm not telling you not to wash your hands, please wash your hands. But if you think washing your hands and wearing a mask is going to help you when you are stinking rotten inside, let me tell you something. If your bowel movements smell, okay, if you have bad breath, okay, all right? If you have smelly armpits, all right? If you have digestive disorders all the time, or if, I could just keep going here. Look, I'm just going to tell you something. You don't even know what health is. You compare your health to the majority of the population, and the majority of the population are sick. They're sick. Tell me they're not sick. They're sick. Almost everybody's on medication. Now, here's the deal. It's all about vibration, okay? It's about bringing your vibration up. So if you can bring your vibration up on an emotional and a physical and a spiritual, okay, way, this thing is not going to bother you. It's not. But I will tell you, your world has just been flipped upside down, okay? You are going to see so many things happen in the next probably, I'd say, 3 months even. And you're going to see things that are really going to disturb you because guess what? Your world has changed. And I'm going to tell you something. You're going to have to adapt now. And this is what happens when the majority of the population do not love, respect, and protect themselves. Do you know that if we were to love, respect, and protect ourselves, that we could come up against like the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers and all this corrupt government? Because there's more of us. But because we don't respect, protect, or honor ourselves or that which created us, it's too late, guys. We're in it now. Okay, so now we got to swim across the river of poop and just keep your mouth shut, okay? And be mindful, and you're going to make it to the other side. I'm going to be on today at 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. All the questions that came in this week, I'm going to answer them, and I'm going to put them up maybe tomorrow or the next day. But today I'm coming on at 3 o'clock, and I'm not coming on to be a fearmonger. I'm coming on to tell you what I do and what I'm going to do. And listen to me. I've been processing for these last 2 days, and I've been processing in my head and trying to get myself emotionally prepared for what's going to happen. I know that there's going to be people that I love dearly that aren't going to heed the call because we've been taught to destroy ourselves. There's only hate and love on this planet. And believe it or not, most people hate themselves. Well, they definitely don't love themselves. There's only two emotions, hate and love. And unless you're going to totally forgive, honor, and respect yourself and know that you're not a sinner, you're not a failure, and today's the first day of your life, and you are going to totally love and honor and respect yourself and hold the loving line from now on with your family and everyone else, this isn't going to work well for anybody. I hope that you're really listening to me. I don't know if I'm really clear of thought right now because it's all just really starting to affect me in a way that I know that viruses don't have the power, but the problem is we gave our power away. And when you don't self-care and you don't self-love and you don't self-medicate with those two ingredients, then there's no getting out of this. And I don't know how I'm going to say this, but you wait till you see what's coming down the pike. And I'm going to tell you something. We have spit in the eye of God just a little bit too long. I'm coming on at 3 o'clock. Don't think that I think I know anything, because guess what, everybody? I know nothing. I know that I've been in health for over 40 years, and I know that my heart's in it and that I truly do love you. And I do not have any anger or hate for anybody on the planet. And this is our biggest wake-up call that is ever going to go down in history, and you better get this right now. Okay, so you follow their rules out there, but guess what? They're not telling you actually what to do. If you're not cleaning out your bowel and your liver right now, good luck with that. All right, I'll be talking about that more. And just know this, okay? That's what created the whole universe, has always loved us. I don't believe it's ever judged us. And I don't believe that we're sinners or failures. So please don't try and make me suck on that one. I believe that we've been taught that we are unworthy. Okay? And when you believe that you're unworthy for too long, see what happens. This is what happens. I hope to see you later. All my best.